So Mertens gets the ball rolling for Napoli.
Shoot a goal, and again, he's only 21 years old, under 17 Spanish international. So,
and here the front three start to move.
Oh, that's very opportunistic. I think he was going for goal. He saw the goalkeeper nets off his starlets in this Barcelona lineup, and I suppose Ernesto Valverde has to look and see what sort of squad he's got.
Not so Griezmann, breaks through the first line. Nations out of our minds, and understandably so.
Well, they've only ever won the treble once, you know, and that was, there he is, Ernesto. He'll be looking forward to Friday week, going back to his old club, Athletic Bilbao.
Has made the forward move, and Griezmann dropping short onto it. That's what he's so good at, and he found the range that time. Sharp piece of work by Meret. Good things about Elmas, Jerry, and he's started well tonight. Here's Fabian Ruiz. Again, he switches rather than hits it first time. All the way to the back post, and that's one of the trademarks of Suarez. Second one, Griezmann had more time than Suarez.
Well, two chances, well, not great chances, but half chances. Suarez, I'm surprised he's got that amount of space. Defensively, that's poor from Napoli, but he hits them. Oh, they've got some talent there, haven't they? This is good.
Wagay. And then won 2-0 against Vissel Kobe. Suarez goes on. Oh. Everybody in the ground thought Griezmann was offside there, Jerry.
Well, he timed his run brilliant, and he does this all the time. He knows the ball's coming now. Watch. As the pass is made, you can see he's half a yard behind a lot.
There's been interest from one or two Premier League clubs. Maximovic saw Griezmann first time. Luis Suarez got to it. But they've got a man over on the other side, Napoli. Mario Rui arrived. He didn't want to hit it, and that would have gone wide in the end. Neto grabbed it.
Well, first thing I can see, Paul, is this young defence is getting dragged all over the place, and they had not one but two players over on the left hand side. Cut back, shot on target, good save in the box.
Insigne went on, and Neto had to make a save. It was a very good one.
Brilliant piece of play and a brilliant save, and he wasn't offside. There was a player in the offside position. He wasn't interfering, and you just knew he was special. You know, Rob Palmer and I watched that game, and we didn't know who this guy was, but boy.
Benefit maybe of some of our viewers who've seen us going one way to Valencia. Neto coming the other way. There he goes again.
Oh, good ball.
Mario Rui looking for a target in the penalty box. There's a good recovery by Perez. Here's Wagay. Crowd got excited, but it wasn't a tester for Napoli.
Well, Rackitic got himself in the box, and he got a head on it, but couldn't direct it on target. And it's a splutter.
Here's one of the new boys, Perez. That's a straightforward save, and it's another wild swipe. That was worse than the earlier one.
Certainly was. Well done, Perez, coming inside on the left foot. It's an excellent piece of play, and tested the goalkeeper.
Was that really Luis Suarez?
Well,
I think you'll find it was, Jerry.
He's had a swing at it.
About 6-7 years ago now. Wagay sits it up, but that was all. Meret with an easy catch.
Well, it was the pass from Bускetts was.
Had a little look for Suarez, who turns. That's nice. Better from Barsa until that point. And by Puig, as they try to pick it up. Luis Suarez looking for Griezmann. Ruiz. Callejon's in. Must be. Oh, it's steered around the post rather than in by Mertens. Another great example of what this trio for Napoli can produce up there, but he couldn't finish it off.
Well, it should have been a goal, and maybe the cross was a little bit too strong. As you can see, he's onside. Callejon sticks it across the danger area, and it's should have been.
Firpo tries to push it. Puig, Bускetts, and he finds the bottom corner, and Barcelona lead. Meret couldn't keep it out.
He doesn't score many goals, Sergio Bускetts, but he is, without a doubt, one of the best passers of a football in world football. And when he gets the ball on the edge of the D, he's not thinking about shooting, he's thinking about passing it into the back of the net, and he finds the bottom right hand corner. That's what he does. And again, you don't leave him totally unmarked, and he just picks his spot. You'll see it better from this angle. Have a look at that. He curls it just out of the reach of the goalkeeper and inside the far post. Great goal.
A collector's item, really, Jerry. Suarez, Wagay shows some enterprise from right back. Well, the crowd got excited. Merit just left it.
Well, it wasn't bad, I have to say. He's played the 1-2. He didn't have any other options. There was no support there.
Callejón, and look at the other two on the move. Ruiz is joining in. Todibo, Insigne, promising moments for Napoli. Callejón off his side. Mertens. Great move, no end product.
Oh, listen, Paul, some of the football's great here. You know, the passing's excellent, and they're missing out players who... At least half of these players won't play the opening game of the season.
Well, they've got to earn their right, haven't they? And the start of Callejón goes. Firpo nearly got caught out. He did get caught out. Oh, it's 1-1. There's a little touch from a Barsa man, but it's a classic Napoli leveller.
Well, do you know what? Callejón has been absolutely brilliant on that right-hand side, and they did deserve a goal. They probably should have scored first, and it will be an own goal, I'm sure. But listen, Napoli are very worthy of that equaliser. Excellent build-up, and this time they get a bit of good fortune. Hosse Kallejón times his run. Look at that. And the first touch, brilliant. Coming inside, opens the angle up, and then the defender.
Umtiti
It is Umtiti who inadvertently puts it into his own goal. I think it was going in anyway, though, Paul, to be honest.
Yes, I think they may well have done. Zielinski. Insigne's in. That was a good, excellent block.
Well, where was Wage? I have to ask the question. It's happened 2 or 3 times. And camera's going to, because he should not. Insigne is a class player. How can he get that amount of space? And what's happening is he's coming over to cover.
Carlos Perez made a move toward the penalty spot. Suarez in the end went on his own. Di Lorenzo. Callejón outside him.
Oh, what's for
Umtiti again. Goalkeeper's got to get there. Neto did well, very well.
Well, he's been their best player for me in the first half. Neto, he's made some.
Here's Perez, got away from Callejón. It's a good-looking ball. Young Di Lorenzo for Napoli tonight.
Won't do any harm there. This is Hosse Kallejón.
Into the box he goes, superbly, and twice over Merit gets in to deny Abel Ruiz.
Excellent play. Do you know what? That's more like it. It's flowing, it's counter-attack, it's quick. Some really good passing, and Ruiz does brilliant. Look, he gets a half a yard in front of the defender, hits the target once and twice. Excellent piece of play.
Fabian Ruiz, nice reverse. Just a little bit of showboating by Insigne, and Neto gives him a look and says, I'm a bit better than that, son. You'll have to do better to beat me.
Well, he looked as if he was coming out Neto, advancing from his line, and Insigne has a look here. And
for Barcelona, Rackitic has gone up a gear. He hits this one himself. That wasn't missing by Rafinha onto it. Another miss hit by Manolas. They're going to pay surely, or they get away with it now. Here is Rafinha. Made some room to have a shot, which he does. He hits the post. There's a great effort from Dembele.
He was the right foot.
Rackitic it is. Barsa with 9 men on the field at the moment, and they've been brought. Napoli. Is Gulam. Great ball. Milik. How does he miss that? A centre forward like that, 17 Serie A goals last season. All he has to do is head it.
That's a bit of showboating from me. Heading it into the back of the net was too easy for him. In at the post.
On we go, end to end. And Neto grabs that one from Insigne. Surely he's going to take it on himself. He does! Oh, it's a brilliant stop by Neto. From him either. Here's Ruiz, nice touches. Shot a little bit too slow, but not that one. And it's crashed into the net to give Barca a 2-1 lead, and Rackitic was the man.
Well, you think of the shots in the first half from Luis Suarez on the edge of the box, but look at the finish here from Rackitic. Knee over the top of the ball, which means it's not going to go high, and it was a definitive, a really great professional strike. And Barcelona have merited a second goal in the second half. But now the big question is, what about Milik's effort? And that's going to be brought up at the end of the game. If they lose this 2-1, they'll be saying, why didn't you hit that ball in the back of the net? That's a great strike. And well deserved.
Up front though, a more familiar look. Callejón, Insigne and Mertens. They can be magic on their good nights. Formidable trio. Mertens 16 Serie A goals last season. And Ricky Puig and Carlos Perez keep their places with Luis Suarez and the aforementioned Antoine Griezmann starting together. Leo Messi not risked.